Alright, hello and welcome to the Northland. Today's just going to be a little house cleaning, if you will. Couple things I want to talk about real quick. I know I haven't put up a video, I think in about probably 2 weeks, so I apologize for that. Some of you probably are thankful for the break. We have a couple big projects coming up that I will post. I'll post one probably next week. I'm not sure about the other yet, and I'm still waiting to hear back from that guy about the interview. First thing I want to talk about, the judge behind me. Some people have asked me recently about the Underglow lights. I think it's been about 3 years now since I've had them. And overall, I'm happy with them. I really like having them on, I guess, when I go to work because it's dark. Not only is the visual effect, I think, pretty cool, but it helps to be seen also. I had some damage last fall, which was repaired this spring, and no idea how it happened. The car never bottomed out anywhere. I never hit anything, so I don't know if it was from road debris or what. I had 3 spots underneath the chin splitter or in the front, and then 1 spot by the passenger rear wheel. And so I brought it to Tyler at St. Nordic. They were St. Customs. That's who put the lights in. And he fixed them at a reasonable price. Most stuff is, as far as materials and stuff, is warranted for defect and stuff like that. But again, since it had been so long, I didn't expect him to cover it. I have had, I think right after he put them in, I think we had a problem with a module or 2 or something, and he replaced those free of charge, no questions asked. So he's been real easy to work with. And, if you're in the Minnesota area and that's something that interests you, I would contact him, St. Nordic, Tyler at St. Nordic. I'll leave the link for them in the description below. As far as cost-wise, now you got to remember we had the headlights done and the grill and the complete 360 around the car. And it was not cheap. I would say that it was overall, for me anyway, it was worth it. I am a little, I don't know, disappointed, I guess. On a bright sunny, like if I'm at a car show on a bright sunny day, if I have the underglow lights on, you can't even see them. You can see them in the grill, and you can see the headlights, which is pretty cool. Kids love it. It always attracts lots of attention. But otherwise, it takes a cloudy day or it needs to be nighttime in order to see the underglow, which is, I was hoping it would be brighter. And this is the latest technology, and they're pretty bright. So I guess it just kind of depends on the amount of sunshine you have. Would it be worth it just for the average? If you just want to have your car and just want to have fun and drive around, maybe not, unless you're seeking attention, I guess. Like I said, it wasn't cheap, but overall, I'm happy with it. Quick shout out to the Maple Plain Police Department. I recently had a incident. I was pulled over. But I'll tell you what, he was the most engaging, most polite, and I don't know what else to say. I mean, the guy, I wish that maybe we had met under different circumstances, because I think we could have had a good conversation. I was late for work as it was, but he was telling me that he had a 93 Mustang Cobra, I think. If he watches this, maybe he'll correct me if I'm wrong. But he also told me that my license plate number happened to be his old badge number. So he said, there were lots of things. He let me go, which I'm very appreciative of and thankful for. But again, he was just, and I'm not saying this because he let me go. I've been pulled over a couple of times, and I have yet to get a ticket. So I think if you are polite and courteous, and not being a dick, I think by and large they're gonna be pretty nice to you. I'm not saying they're always gonna let you go, but I I always try to have everything ready for them. I keep my hands out in the open, and I always say sir and whatever, or ma'am if it's a woman. But anyway, I just wanted to give them a shout because you see a lot of videos on here with the police, and some of them just seem kind of power hungry. Not all of them. There's a couple of bad apples out there, and they can ruin the whole bushel, right? But this officer was. I'll tell you what. I would like to have a conversation with him. Over a beer or something. I think it would be pretty cool. Next subject is behind me. The jury. I have when I ordered it and when I took delivery, I ordered it with the dual top. So I've got the hard top and the soft top. Obviously, maybe not obviously, but when I picked it up in December, it had the hard top installed. And so I ran the hard top from December through April or May. I don't remember which. Where I then had installed the soft top. My intention was to run it for an entire year, give it a fair shake, and see which I liked better. I don't think I can do it. I like it, but honestly, I like the hard top better, and I'll tell you why, at least for me. For me, the only advantage to the soft top is it's easier to open up. 2 latches, flip it open. Even folding it all the way back is a piece of cake. You can take out the windows, which that's pretty easy in itself, and putting them back isn't that hard. It's just kind of annoying that you have to do it, but I get it. In far as my garage, the top has to be closed to get it in or out of the garage. So I can't open it in here. I would have to get in, start it, pull it out of the garage, get out, fold the top back, close the garage door to go. And again, is it a big deal? No, it's not a big deal. Just kind of a pain. I don't always want to do that. I don't want to get in and out of the car 50 times a day. When I'm at work, we have an underground parking facility. And unless I am parked in the right stall, I can't fold the top back at work to come home with it open. I would have to pull out of the ramp, pull over, fold the top back, and then go. And when I get off work, I'm tired, I'm sometimes crabby, and I just want to get home. I don't want to be messing around with stuff. So, to me, it just seems to be more hassle than what it's worth. With the hard top, it's a couple more latches, big deal. Remove the panel. I can do that in my garage. I can do that in the parking ramp at work. I can, whatever. And I have the bags for them if I want to put them in the bags. Otherwise, leave them out. The only one that's kind of a pain is that panel that goes over the middle, or rear seat, rather, since it's so big. But other than that, I think it's just easier to operate. My other gripe is the rear. It doesn't fold up. It'll come up a little bit, and it's got a little prop rod that you can put up, but it makes loading large objects kind of a chore. I'm limited in where I can put my dog because the windows are plastic. I don't want her to end up scratching the windows or poking a hole in them with her claws if they're cold or whatever. So that's kind of a hindrance. And ducking under the cover, that's a pain too. And so you really can't utilize it from floor to top because of the rear. It doesn't open up all the way, right? At least with the hard top, that back glass will open up. You can load it up, whatever be on your way. I can put the dog in the back. I have a net that goes across the back of the back seat so that she can't get up front if that's how I want to do it. Because she can be kind of annoying sometimes when you're driving. She likes attention all the time, and that isn't always the safest thing. So, and the other thing is that living in Minnesota, now I might be wrong. Last year we didn't have much snow, but I'm kind of thinking that this year we're going to get a lot of snow. And I think that rear wiper and rear window defroster is going to be very handy, and I'm going to really like it versus the soft top rear window. You got nothing. You know, it gets dirty. It's hard to see out of. It's just, for me anyway, the hard top is just a lot better. The other thing is that at some point, I haven't been able to do it yet this year because we've had a lot of rain, but at some point I want to go completely topless. I don't want to fold the top all the way to the back because that's not really completely topless. It's still there. I want to have the whole thing gone, have the doors gone and all that. The soft top is heavy. This is not something you're going to move around by yourself. You're not going to put it on by yourself. You're not going to take it off by yourself. The hard top, weight-wise, I think you can do it yourself. It's just the back portion is kind of bulky, and you just have to be kind of careful if you're going to do it yourself. Otherwise, I definitely recommend help with that too. But I think, what is it, 8 bolts or something, and the whole top portion comes off, the very back. So I see no point in storing this somewhere. And then here's another thing. It's going to take up room in my garage. I don't have the biggest garage in the world. I don't want to keep it really in the shed. I don't want to store it outside. The mice are going to get at it, right? And they're going to ruin a $1,000 piece of equipment. No thanks. So rather than it being in my way constantly, I'm going to get rid of it. So, if that's something that interests any of you, if you're in or close to Minnesota and you want a soft top, hit me up. I'll work with you. We can figure something out, I'm sure. All right, so I'll cut it off here. I'll stop rambling. I'll shut up, let you guys get on to whatever you were doing. I want to thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe. Please. Even if you didn't like it, just hit that like button with whatever you have handy. Share it with somebody, even if it's somebody you don't really care about. Just, maybe just punch in a random phone number or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'll shut up. All right. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Also, make sure you subscribe. Can't forget that. That's an important part. Tap the little bell at the bottom so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. I think that's it. I don't think I have anyone to welcome this week. If I do, I'll have to remember to do it next week. So anyway, thank you for watching. Stay safe. We'll see you in the next video.